Hi guys, I'm back with another Christmas journal. This one's a little different. It's not your usual colours. It's quite dark and brown. And this is the beautiful fabric. This is a vintage fabric of my grandmother's. And it's absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't do it any justice, but all over the fabric, there are these tiny little gold, shiny gold dots. And it's so pretty. I love this fabric. I know it looks, it's a bit way out there, isn't it? But it's really, really beautiful. It's, I don't know, kind of reminds me of little squids or octopus or, I don't know, some sort of little sea creatures. But I really love this fabric. I don't have a lot of it. I've probably got enough to make one more journal. That's the view from the side. So I've got a little bell and a little Christmas tree there. Bell and, yeah, Christmas tree charm. And some brown lace. And to give it some more colour, I know it's colourful, but it's quite brown. I've got on the front, this is a little Christmas tree. This little Christmas tree was actually a Christmas ornament. So this was the other side. It was a Christmas ornament that was so pretty that I thought I would pull it apart. And so it was too thick to put on the front with both sides because, you know, it's got this little gem here. And also inside was a bit of sponge to make it a bit puffy. So I just sliced it down the middle and attached one side, and I do have a little bit of sponge underneath just to fill it. And there's some crocheted piece of crocheted doily and some brown fabric underneath. But I think it turned out so cute. I love this fabric so much. Oops, am I not focusing now? Sorry, it's still quite early in the morning here. Okay, so this journal will be available in my Etsy shop if anyone's interested. And I don't know how many pages. I'll put the number of pages and everything in the Etsy description and the size and everything. I haven't put a pocket on the inside front or back covers just because I just thought this brown material was so pretty. It's like shiny, then matte, shiny circles. And the cover, it is a soft cover, but it is flexible, but it's quite thick because I've actually got two layers. So the first layer is, it's like a faux leather that you may have seen me use in a previous journal. I did show some in a boho type journal how I was making it, and I covered that in this fabric on the front. And then inside, this is actually quite thick as well. You can see there's a step here. Was a layer of a kind of really thick woven. It's kind of like a lounge material. Something that maybe you might find like on a placemat. And I covered that in some brown material. So you've got the two layers of the faux leather and that woven material, and both of them have been covered with fabric. So it is quite thick. I actually love the feel of it. And the reason I put that in, I thought it was just too you know, floppy with just the one layer. So I really like how it came out. It's quite thick and sturdy. And this time I haven't left raw edges. I have actually turned over the corners and sewn the top right through to the back. Okay, so I'll try and be quick. Am I on camera? This is just a napkin, and it's not your traditional Christmas colours. This one, it's kind of brown. It's kind of neutral, and besides that little tree and a few little bits of red to, you know, tie it into a Christmas theme. Yeah, it's quite neutral and maybe, I don't know, rustic. Okay. So this is some vintage Christmas paper, and it actually says Our Christmas Day, and I think it's in Italian. So heavy coffee dyed papers. It's this is a ruffle made out of the same fabric that was on the inside lining. It's a page out of like a Christmas diary. It's really thick and matte. It's really pretty. Some coffee dyed paper. The little charms are on a paper clip, so you can take them off if they annoy you. It's a little Christmas tree and a little gold bell, and they're just holding this little Christmas carol down. Some coffee dyed papers. Oh, this page was a bit of a fix-it page. I got a punch at like a flea market yesterday, and it's like one of those edge punches, and I was trying to figure out the spacing, but then that page was pretty, so I didn't want to waste it. But I over punched here, so I've just put some lace over it. Just there and there's a patch up. This pocket was actually made by Rhonda Johnson, and she's paw print journals on Etsy. She doesn't have a YouTube yet, but we're trying to get her to have one. She sent this to me in a happy mail, and I've been hanging on to it. But I thought it was so pretty, and it looked Christmassy with the red flower and the music paper, so I've used that there, and I've just glued it down as a so that there's a pocket at the back. And this is actually someone was writing their own music, and this was a piece that was found in that vintage music paper pile that I got from Reverse Garbage, and it's blank on the back, so you can write on it. Just thought it was really cute. I love finding handwritten stuff. And the paper's all yellowed and stained and so pretty. They've made a mistake here and crossed it out. Look at the gorgeous old writing. I really love it. So I've popped that in there because I thought it was so cute. And she's put a little tag in this pocket with a butterfly stamp. There's a button down there. Really pretty. Rhonda makes really gorgeous embellishments. And I'll put the link to her Etsy and that down in the description box below. Like anyone I mention, I'll always put the link in the comments box. This was a scrap of vintage Christmas wrapping. I don't have a lot of it. It was from my grandmother's as well, and I don't know, the page at the end hadn't been torn straight or something, so when I straightened it out, I didn't want to waste the little bit left over because it's so pretty. And here I've got Sorry, let me come closer. This is just a little booklet I made. So I've got a piece of lace underneath. And it's just a little booklet with a few pages. And I've attached it with an eyelet and a bit of eyelash trim. So that eyelet actually goes through the page. And I've put a bit of glue on the back of the eyelet so it's not, you know, sharp. Sometimes they don't flatten properly. Paper doily. It's a page out of a Christmas book. Or not a magazine, it was like a how to make something Christmas book. This, I can't remember where I got this actually. It's been kicking around too long. Probably some op shop somewhere, but it's actually got beading along the top and around the flower and beading down there. It's really pretty, and there's little beading throughout. And this is all textured. It's, I don't know, I liked it. It looks so scrappy and scruffy, and there's beading in the center of the flower, but the flower is all scrunched up. I just thought it was so pretty, so scruffy like that. Isn't it cute? I'm not sure what it was off though. I can't remember. In that pocket, just got some little stationery. It was a botanical stationery pack. And that fabric, because it was quite thin, I've actually put it onto some book page before I've glued it down to make a pocket, so you can get the papers in and out easy. Oh, these little tags, I found a box of these at Reverse Garbage. Well, I found a box, but the box was half empty. But of these little tags, and they're just all tags that are stuck together, and you rip them apart. But they're all aged and discoloured. Really cute. I love them. And that was just a scrap of fabric off the previous journal I made. It was the lining fabric, but I thought it looked really cute and scruffy. So I've put that in. I've popped in a paper bag here. I don't usually use paper bags in my journals. I don't know why. I do have quite a few, but I don't normally put them in as pages just because they're so thin. I don't know what paper bags other people have, but the ones I've got are really super thin. So I've put some washi tape down the spine on both sides just to reinforce it. I do like the look of them though. That's why I've popped one in, but I just find them so, you know, thin and flimsy, and I don't want them to tear. So I've reinforced it on both sides, and I've just stamped it on top with a bluebird. And inside I've just got a leftover scrap of ledger paper, coffee dyed ledger paper. It was too pretty to throw away. You can write on that. And I've put a coffee dyed candy bag, I know, paper, little bag inside of a bag. But I've just popped a few little scrap fabrics that you can use to embellish your journal when you fill it out. So this is a bit of trim that says Treasured Memories. Just some green fabric, red, and some red flowers. And I always put a little goodie bag, you know, with some papers and fabric or lace or something. Just a few little extras with my journals when I send them anyway. But I also like to put some little things in the pockets. Because when you fill out your journals, when you complete them, you can take the stuff out of the pockets, use them in the journal to embellish, or use them for other projects. This is a page out of an Angel's book, but the book is bound like a regular novel, so I've had to take, you know, the pages are bound like a regular novel, so you can't pull it apart properly. You just have to tear them out. And there's no string, they're all glued together. So what I've done, I've just taken 2 pages, trimmed down the side, and then just got a strip of paper glued on front and back to make like a paper hinge, so that you're joining 2 pages together. Just because I wanted the pages upright. I didn't want it sideways, because then you lose half the picture when you fold it in half. But it's so pretty. They're angels in black. I don't know. This whole book is about all different type of angels, and it explains why these are angels wearing black. I'm not sure the story, but they've got a little scroll, music paper scroll there. This is an envelope that came in a Happy Mail from Karen Munro. And she does have a YouTube channel, and I'll put the link below. Really, really pretty. With some little holly leaves and a little candle. Really cute. So I've put that there as a pocket. And I've just popped a tag in. That's a scrap off the back of one of those cardboard page dividers that goes into like a folder. Kind of like manila folder. And I've just got some red and green scrap fabric there. This is embroidered. And it wasn't Christmas fabric, but it looked Christmassy. I thought those looked like little holly leaves or something, but anyway, I've just stitched them and put them there. This is lace down the side, just to make a pocket. And that's just got some scrap paper in it. Someone actually started writing on this. Dear, that's as far as they got. Invo, I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, that was just a little notepad I picked up at the op shop, and sometimes they have writing on the pages, and so I still use those pages. This is a dictionary page, and it's actually got Christmas, the word Christmas there as well. See, this is what I mean about the pages sideways. I don't really like them sideways, but for this one, I just wanted to capture Christmas. So yeah, I've put that sideways, but I prefer when you make them, you know, read the right way. This was a tiny scrap off a sari. I used the bigger piece of this. It's got a little sequin there. I used the bigger piece of that on my previous Christmas journal, actually. And that was a teeny tiny scrap left over. So I've just put it over the page. This is a Christmas card, and it's in Italian. I can't read Italian, but it does have a translation on the back. Blessings for Christmas. Have a very Merry Christmas. And inside I've put, this is an actual photo of a little chapel. Look, sandstone, isn't that pretty? So beautiful and peaceful. Even the surrounds with the trees and everything. And this was in that vintage photo haul that I got from Reverse Garbage as well. I did a video a few weeks ago, I think. And it says St. Arban Anglican Church, 1895 at Exeter. That's the place in Australia where it is. And lunch, 26th of October, 2002. And I love all of those photos because they all have writing on them. I've actually started putting some into my shop. I've only put three packs so far, but I have a whole bunch of others to put in as well. And they all have that writing on the back, which I just love. And since it was a Christmassy journal, I thought a little chapel, a little church would look cute. Heavy coffee dyed paper. Look at that. I love it. I know some people don't like it that dark, but I love it. That's one of the pages of an angel. So you can see how I've joined it with a little paper hinge. That's so pretty, this picture. That's a scrap of fabric. It's the other side of the paper bag, and that one I've just stamped with a cross and roses. And inside I've put, this is out of a little Bible or hymnal or something. And don't worry, I didn't tear it up. It was already falling apart. I actually saved it. I rescued it from a curbside cleanup. It was really old and really gorgeous. And I've just sewn a little blank page in between so you can write something in there. And this was actually out of a magazine page. I just thought it looked so Christmassy and so pretty. And I've backed it onto some coffee dyed paper just to make a little journal card. I do love the sound of these paper bags. So here I've put some washi tape. That was where there's, you know, the fold on the bag. This is the bottom of the bag with it where I've trimmed it. And there's that little bit that they've folded down to glue the bag shut. It says family tree, and it just talks about the history behind why we have Christmas trees. This is not Christmassy, but I thought it was cute. This is a book page out of a woodworking book. And it's got a whole section on different furniture styles, which I love the images in it. Another ruffle. So this is the December page of that little diary. I love the old music paper. They're so yellowed and discoloured. So pretty. It's just some crochet trim. That was off like, you know, when you get a big tablecloth or something with a whole bunch of little doilies that you cut up. And that's some of the connecting trim. And this beautiful tag, or it's not a tag, pocket or whatever. This was made by Faye Cook. She sent a beautiful, beautiful happy mail recently. And all full of homemade little pockets and tags and everything. And I thought it went really well with this Christmas journal with the brown and bits of red. It's so pretty. I really love. Look at the layers. I love how she's done it. Really pretty. And really pretty fabric on top. And so I've made a pocket out of that, and I've just put, this is a tag. Each year we buy, you know, those charity Christmas cards and tags for, I'm not sure if it's the Blind Society or yeah, I can't remember, but it's one of those charities, and each year we just buy a pack of them to help them out. And I never use them, but I usually give them to my sister or something, or yeah, I do have a few from last year, so it's got hope on there, so I thought I'll pop that in there. And I've left the back. And that's it. So that's my little Christmas journal. It's got one single signature. And I really love how, I know it's not your usual Christmas journal, but I really love how it came out. I quite like the browns and the neutrals, and I love, love, love this fabric. Like, look at this little guy here. He's like a little alien. So pretty. And I really like how they've just put little tiny bits of purple, but it's all brown and gold and dark, you know, orangey. So pretty. Look at this guy. Of course, I spoke too much and it cut off again. But I was saying, look at this little guy. He's so cute, like an alien. Little squid or something. Anyway, that's it. That's my little Christmas journal. I hope you like it, and he'll be in my Etsy shop sometime shortly after this video, and thanks for watching. Bye.